Hey everybody, for today's workout, we are going to be focusing on our shoulders. So yeah, we'll get started. Let's get loose, and we're just going to start with some nice and easy trunk rotations. So just going to get loose before we get going. Let's interlock the fingers, reach up as high as you can. We're going to side bend to one side. And to the other side. Or we can get some arm circles going. And we're going to go in reverse, so we're going to have our palms up for this. Next one's back slaps. Going up the front. Next one, we're going 90-90 up high. You can kind of just move your hands so the palms are facing forward, then switch over there. The thumbs are facing back. And last one, we're going 90-90 down low. This one, we're just thumbs out. All right, good. So for today's workout, we have 5 different shoulder exercises that we're gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 sets with you. You guys can do 4 overall. And then for each exercise, we're gonna end up doing 8 reps. So for today, we have difference. We have dumbbells, we have bands, and then I also have a kettlebell as well. So everything's gonna be a little bit of everything. So what the first exercise we're gonna do is we're gonna go an alternate shoulder press, and we're gonna be seated on the bench. So that's gonna look like we're gonna bring the dumbbells up. Bring one up. One's always gonna be up at one time. We're gonna go 8 on each arm. Try and make sure that the bicep is in line with the ear as you press up. And that the knuckles are facing up towards the ceiling as we do it. Once we're done with our 8, we can rest a little bit. Next one we're gonna do is a upright row. So I have a band for this one. If you have dumbbells, you can do the similar. You're gonna step inside the band. We can grab it a little lower. So for this one, I want our knuckles to be facing the floor, and our hands are gonna be kind of close to our body. I want you to stand up tall, make sure we're not arching back, we're just standing up, keeping those ribs down. We're gonna pull up basically to our chest level and back down. I want my elbows to stay above my wrists as I do this. With our 8. Set the band down. Again, if you had dumbbells, you can do that same thing, just 2 dumbbells in each arm. With our next exercise, we're going to do just a lateral raise. So that one's similar. We're standing up nice and tall, but make sure our ribs are down. We're not arching. I have just a slight bend in my elbows. And from here, we're just going out to the side and control it back down. Try to make sure that we're just going at the shoulder. Sometimes people are going to bounce and try and get the momentum. We just want to make sure that we're up tall and only get that movement from the shoulders. And good. Then with the next one, this is where the kettlebell comes in. We are going to go a kneeling shoulder press. So this one, you're going to want a little bit lighter of a kettlebell. And we're going to do it bottoms up, so it'll be a little bit tougher. When we're doing this, we want to make sure our knee, hip, and shoulder are all in one straight line. We're going to bring that kettlebell so you can see that the bottom's up. I'm going to start not straight in front. I'm going to open it up slightly, so not out perfectly out to the side, not perfectly in front. Kind of that 45 degree. And I'm pressing straight up to the ceiling above me. Again, bicep is basically in line with my ear. Control it on the way down. And this one, when you come down, you don't have to come all the way down here. You can stop once your arm is basically parallel to the floor. Once you've done 8, you can switch sides. Again, knee, hip, shoulder, all in one straight line. If my left leg is down, my left arm is going to be doing the movement. You might realize that one side's a little bit better than the other. I can tell that my left side is a little more shaky. And 8, good. Then with the last one is going to be a band pull apart. So with this one, we're going to go, palms are going to be facing up, so thumbs up. Again, just like similar to all of our exercises, we're standing up nice and tall, making sure our rib cage is down. Arms are going to be straight in front. I'm going to pull my shoulder blades down and back. Pull the band apart, try and squeeze my shoulder blades together, control it back. Again, once we're done with the right, we can relax. So those are our 5 exercises. Let's take about a minute rest, and we will run through that again. So again, with these shoulder exercises, basically like our common cues are with anything overhead, bicep basically in line with that ear. We don't want to be pressing out in front or way behind. And then we want to make sure everything's in a good alignment. I'll give you guys a side view so you can see as we're doing our pulls up here. We don't want to be arching. We want to stay nice and tall, keeping our ribs down. We want to be in the best position as possible and not compensate. That goes for this one too. Even though we're sitting down, I'm not trying to arch my back. I'm trying to keep my whole back against this bench as I'm doing the alternate press as well. All right, that should have been about a minute. So we're going back into the alternate shoulder press. So again, I'm sitting down here, I'm making sure my back, my low back, my mid back, and if you can, keep your head against more chin tucked instead of leaning forward here. So I'm all in one straight line. And we're alternating. Try and keep one up if you can. It'll be a little bit tougher. Remember, we're finishing with those knuckles to the ceiling so that our wrist is in a strong position. All right. Once we're done with right there, again, we're going upright row next. I'll give you a little side view of this one. Just so you guys remember, our wrists are going to finish below our elbows at the top. So one thing I like to do, I stand up straight as tall as I can, and I just kind of try to put a little tension in my abs so I make sure my rib cage stays down. Looking straight forward, pulling up, and back down. And that's 8. Next one we have is the lateral raise. So again, slight bend in those elbows. Again, we're not trying to bounce with our knees. We're just trying to use our shoulders to get the weight up. So I'm here, same thing, ribs down, put a little tension in my abs, going out to the side. So I'm not bouncing to try and get it up this way. I'm staying stable. All right, next one we have the kneeling shoulder press. So again, for the alignment here, knee, hip, and shoulder are all going to be in one straight Again, I'm not trying to arch here. Another thing that I didn't mention on that first time is we want to try to be in as straight a line as possible. So I got my right knee down. I don't want my left leg all the way off to the side. I want to be kind of in line, so it makes it a little more, your base isn't going to be as wide, so it's going to have to use some core muscles to stay engaged to keep your balance. So if you're struggling with it a lot, you can bring it out a little wider. But if you can stay in almost a straight line, that's what the goal is for. So again, remember, we're kind of at that 45-degree angle right here. Pressing up to the ceiling and back down. Again, with this, we just have to go down to about parallel to the ground. Good, we'll go to 8. We can switch sides. Making sure I'm in good alignment here. I know this is my weaker side, so I intend with my right hand, I'll just make a fist to create a little tension. And then hopefully that creates a little more stability within my body. You can tell sometimes when people press, they'll try and reach this way. We want to stay as level as possible as we're doing this. Once we're done with our 8 there, our last exercise is that band pull part again. So similar to our upright row and our lateral raise, we're standing up nice and tall, a little tension in the abs, ribs down. Start here. People are going to tend to try to shrug up. We want to keep those shoulders down. And then we want to think about pinching our shoulder blades together. Control it on the way back. And 8. All right. So that'll be it for today. You guys should do 4 sets of this. And I hope you guys enjoyed the shoulder workout.